The World Cup is finally here, and these are my official predictions. I've got the last 4 World Cup winners correct. 2022 Argentina, 2018 being France, 2014 Germany, and 2010 Spain. So hopefully your streak can live on. Starting off with Group A, I am going to go with Korea to number 1, Czech in number 3, Mexico number 2, South Africa number 4. The only reason why people have Mexico as the first seed in Group A, Germany, is just because all their home games are in Mexico, which is a fair assumption, and I'm not going to argue it. I think Korea got a better team though, so I'm going to go with Korea. I don't think the climate or the weather could be too much of an effect for them. Group B is very similar as well. I'm actually going to go with Switzerland 1, Canada 2, but I do think Canada can come first. Portugal going to come in third as the third best team. Group C is pretty much going to be that. It's pretty like Morocco losing Abdid, who's the left winger who played for Real Betis. He's unbelievable, and he's one of my star performers, like player to look out for. Fortunately, he got injured in the game against Norway, so unfortunately I do think Morocco will come second. Scotland will come third. Pretty self-standard group. Group D, we have USA, Paraguay, Austria, and Turkey. I think Turkey come top here. I think it's Turkey 1, USA 2. I would then go Australia 3 and Paraguay 4. Now for me, I think again, similar to Morocco, Turkey have not only the Gula, but also I think someone that could break out in this World Cup being Kenan Yildiz. Obviously a lot of people know Yildiz, whether it's from the FC or whether it's from just in general like name value. But he still plays in Serie A, plays for not a great Juventus team. He generally should be playing at a higher level and a better team. I think this tournament will be the tournament for Yildiz. Group E, we've got Germany, Curacao, Ivory Coast, and Ecuador. Now this is quite a tough group because I am not a big like Germany lover in this World Cup. I think they're going to struggle. So obviously Curacao will come bottom. I personally think it will be Ivory Coast top, Germany second, and Ecuador number 3. The thing is, people are overvaluing, like people love Ecuador, but I think they're overvaluing the possibility of them like on the defense. Like they got a good defense, don't get me wrong. They can see like I think like only like 4 or 5 goals in Copa America, like or during qualifiers. Like they're very good defensively. Got Hincapié, Pacho. It's a very good defensive team. Their attack just isn't that great, and for me, I'm gonna back Ivory Coast to have a better all-round team. And I'm going to be more used to the weather, where I think Germany might struggle in the weather. And plus with Germany, I'm not really too keen on their attacking options. And just overall the team, it's just like, it's just not great, let's be real. Group F is Netherlands, Japan, Sweden, Tunisia. I'm going to go Japan number 1, even with some like missing Mitoma. I still think Japan are a great team and just a great, well-oiled team. Netherlands number 2. The team isn't as good like on paper, but again, could be a good team. Sweden are terrible. I said it, like, not because obviously I'm a bit Polish, but I'm just saying Sweden are generally terrible. They are very lucky to even be in this position, to be honest. So Sweden 3, Tunisia 4. And then you got Belgium, Egypt, Iran, New Zealand. I think that group is perfect. You can maybe switch Egypt and Iran, but I think I wouldn't change anything about that group. Now Spain, Cape Verde, Saudi Arabia, and Uruguay. Uruguay number 2, obviously, Spain number 1. And then I'll put 30 number 4, Arabia number 3. Now on to Group I, France, Senegal, Iraq, Norway. So for me, this is a really hard group to call. France, obviously very good. Struggled against Senegal back in, I think, the 2002 World Cup. They struggled. I think they got knocked down by Senegal in the group stages. Obviously a bit different now. But obviously Norway, I don't think Norway are going to deal with the weather and the climate. The Scandinavians, they're not used to, 35-degree heat. So I think Norway, although the team's not bad, they're going to struggle. And I think Senegal, low-key, got quite a good team. Obviously, they are realistically, they should be the Africa Cup of Nations champions. Obviously, by reasons that I don't agree with, they're obviously not. But Senegal, I do think will come second in this group, and Norway will come in third. Argentina, Algeria, Austria, and Jordan. I think that group pretty much. Like, I think you can maybe put Austria number 2, but you can also put Algeria number 2, and I wouldn't complain. Colombia are going to come second in this group with Congo number 3. I think Fisser might get a goal, so just carry them over. And Uzbekistan will come number 4. Pretty self-standard group. I'm really high on Portugal. I think Portugal have the best team, like on paper, like from front to back. Even with their striker being like either CR7 or João Felix, I still think their team is in generally probably the best, like at the World Cup with France. And now with our group, England will come top. Croatia will come in third. I think Croatia are just a bit old, and like they're still using players that have been playing since like the 2010 World Cup, like Kramaric and Modric and Perisic there. I don't know if Perisic is even there. Like, you know, it's just, yeah, Panama will come fourth. Pretty self-standard. Now, the third place team is a bit of a difficult one, because when you match them, basically, if I choose Czech first, they will become the first team. If I choose Ecuador, they'll become the first team. So actually, it kind of matters on how many points they get. So obviously going through it, and as I have, I've gone through it. These are the teams that I think will basically go through, and a lot of it is dependent on where you think how many points they'll end up getting. I'm going to do this. So I'm going to go, I think it will be Czech number 1, Ecuador number 2, Sweden number 3. I then will say Norway could be number 4. I then think Algeria number 5. And then realistically, I think it will be Scotland, Bosnia, and then that is what, 3, 6, 7. So that means we've got one more team to remain. Austria, Paraguay, Arabia, Cape Verde, Croatia, Panama. I'll probably end up going Croatia, although I don't feel great about it. So that's all the third best teams done. Let's get into the bracket. Let's decide who is going to be the World Cup champion 2026 and hopefully carry on my streak. Got Mexico, Canada. That is going to be a tough game because I'm pretty sure that's going to be Mexico at home. So I'm going to go Mexico. Now, I mean kind of leaning towards Canada for this, but like, I just think Mexico at home, like, it just kind of scream a little bit of Mexico, I'll be real. Ivory Coast, Czech will be Ivory Coast. Japan, Morocco is a really hard game. Truthfully, I kind of want to edge Morocco, just because I think Morocco are a better all-round team than Japan. It's a tough game for Japan, because I think Japan could have gone further if the matchup were better. Brazil and the Dutch is a very difficult matchup. I am quite high on Brazil. I like Carlo Ancelotti. I think you can never, you know, if you go against Carlo Ancelotti in a knockout format, you're a fool. So I'm going to go Brazil. France, Ecuador, obviously going to be France. Germany, Senegal is the first shock of the tournament. I have Germany going out to Senegal, to a Sadio Mane, absolute screamer. I think Germany struggle. I think there's always one team that literally go out in the early stages, in the first round. Obviously this year there's around 32 because obviously there's more teams than we normally have, but I still think the premise will stay the same, and I think Senegal will knock out Germany. I think Senegal are a decent team. Korean Republic, Sweden, I'm going to go with Korean Republic. Again, I don't like Sweden. I don't think people watch Graham Potter's Sweden enough, but they are really bad. Like, they are not a good outfit, and I think Korea can cause them a few problems. Korea they got a couple of playmakers in it. They got Hyang-gu from Besiktas, or you got Son still there. They got a couple of good players that I think can definitely count them in the attack. England, Norway, very tough game, but I think I'm going to go England. That's an awful game for England, by the way. That game, I mean, Norway could definitely win that, by the way. Like, if you went this for a shock, I wouldn't blame you. I think England do carry through though. Turkey, Algeria, Turkey, Belgium, Scotland, Belgium, Spain, Austria, Spain. These are pretty substandard. Switzerland, Bosnia, I'm going to go with Switzerland. Argentina, Uruguay is a very tough game. Argentina are not the same team as they were previously. So, I'm going to edge Argentina. But, like, that's, you know, that's another game I could definitely follow Argentina and Messi's run for another World Cup. Portugal, Croatia, Portugal, USA, Ghana. I think the Americans will win. And Egypt, Colombia. I'm going to go with Colombia and Luis Diaz. So, that leaves off with these round 16 games. Ivory Coast, France. Hear me out. I think Ivory Coast could win this. However, I think France will pull through. But I will not be surprised if Ivory Coast can find a way to win that. Mexico, Morocco will be Morocco. Brazil, Senegal. Again, it's a very tough game. But I'm going to go Brazil. Korea, England will be England. Spain, Switzerland, Spain. Turkey, Belgium. I'm going to back the underdogs in this one. I'm going to go Turkey. Portugal, Colombia will be Portugal. Argentina, USA, Argentina. Now, this leaves these quarterfinals. Now, I think these quarterfinals, we generally consider a shock here, personally. And that is obviously the only two shockers you can have are France, Morocco, and Spain, Turkey. But the other two games are pretty, 50-50, I think. So, for me, I think Morocco could beat France. I think Ivory Coast could beat France. I don't think France's team is as good as they are made out to be. And also, I do think there is some fire under the Mbappe kind of. He's like on this, like, can't win a tournament, like everything's just crashing down on him. I'm on this Mbappe kind of, like, I can see it. Like, Morocco beat France, just adding fuel to that fire consistently. So I can definitely see Morocco beat France, but am I just bold enough? Do I have that hot take in me to put Morocco ahead of France? No. I think it could happen. And if Morocco had a full starting team, like Abdi playing and everybody playing, yeah, maybe I could see it, but I don't see it. And unfortunately, that just means the semi-final will be also Spain instead of Turkey. I think, Turkey's our favourite underdogs, but Spain will find a way to get that job done. Now we're on Brazil, England, and Portugal, Argentina. Probably two of the best games that we can get in a quarterfinal, especially Portugal, Argentina. Now, Brazil, England, for me, I really like Brazil this World Cup. I think Carlo Ancelotti is the perfect manager to try and get the best out, not only Vini Jr., but Igor Thiago, also the best at maybe just making that defense a bit more solid. I really am high on Brazil. Now, I am wearing England top, and unfortunately, we do not do bias over here. You'll know from the channel, you'll start to realise we don't do bias. So, I think Brazil will win. Unfortunately, England will go out in the quarterfinals. I think Brazil will find a way, maybe with a Vini Jr. or an Igor Thiago, an absolute nail-biter in the 88th dagger. But that's how I think it will go. And then Portugal, Argentina, I think it'll be Portugal. I think Argentina's team, not good enough. I don't like it enough either. I think CR7 will get one up on Messi. France, Spain, I think it will be Spain. And there's a reason for this. I think Spain are a better team. And again, France, I don't know if France will even be here, to be honest. I think it definitely could be more Morocco or even Ivory Coast. Because I do think an African team is going to go on a really deep run. I just don't know if I can pull myself bold enough to say France and England are going to go out in the quarters. So for me, I think Spain will be the finalist in the World Cup, beating France on a nail-biter. Now Brazil, Portugal. Now for me, this is hard, because these are like my two teams that I'm like, I am torn. I'm 50-50 on who's going to win the World Cup. In one hand is Brazil, the other hand is Portugal. I do not know. My head is telling me Portugal. My heart, my gut is telling me Brazil. But Bernardo Martinez couldn't do it for the longest time with Belgium. So can he do it with Portugal? Like, he ruined the golden generation at Belgium. I just don't. I want to go Portugal, but my gut is telling me Brazil. I am going to go with Brazil over Portugal. I think that is what my gut's telling me. And it's going to be, I think one of these will win it. So even if I'm wrong, I'm finally wrong at a World Cup after, what, we're saying, 16 years? It's a long time to not be for the World Cup, by the way. 16 years after being, like, it's my time now. I think Brazil are going to win it. And I think Brazil will beat Spain. But yeah, I said, like, I personally, for me, I think, it's Brazil or Portugal. Like, one of those teams will win the World Cup. I just don't know which. I've gone with my gut and not my head. If my head, then we know to come back to this and think, for me, go with your head next time, not your gut. So let's get into the awards. Winner, obviously Brazil. Flop, obviously Germany. dark horses, Morocco and Turkey, based on our predictions. Golden Boot will be Igor Thiago if he starts. I do think he will start ahead of Mateus Cunha. Now, if he doesn't start, I will just kind of lean away a little bit. I actually think CR7 or Brahim Diaz have a really good shot at winning Golden Boot. CR7 obviously a rogue shout. He's only scored one World Cup where he scored more than one goal, being the 2018 World Cup. If you made a free kick, you made a free kick. And obviously Brahim Diaz, if not, like, everybody thinks Morocco will go far, including myself. If they do, Brahim Diaz will be a big part of that. Breakout star will be Antonio Nusa. This one, you could put Yildiz here. I think Yildiz is already kind of a star. He just not like, he needs to like break out a little bit more into the worldwide. But Nusa is obviously a young Norway left winger, unbelievable for Leipzig. People will watch him and they will be in awe of Nusa. He's very, very good and people will see that. Yildiz in my under 23 star, just because why not? I think Yildiz is very good. And like I said, I could make a case for breakout, but I thought under 23 star makes a little bit more sense for him. Over 32 star will be CR7. It's only right. Like, you know, if I'm talking to Brazil and Portugal, like, I think Ronaldo actually had like a decent World Cup. And like him getting more than 4 goals for him at his age, he's a very good World Cup, I'll be honest. So I think we got to put, you know, got to be fair here. I think CR7 will be the over 32 star. And also, quick as well, obviously it's not on the list, but most assists, I think Bruno could break the record. And therefore, potential Ballon d'Or shouts for Bruno, breaking the Premier League record and breaking the assist record for the World Cup. Meaning, he has also, that in Portugal win the World Cup too, there's a very good chance that Bruno Fernandes could be in contention for winning the Ballon d'Or. So we'll have a look at that, see if that happens or not. So as always, like the video, subscribe to the channel, because a lot of you guys will be new here for all the football from me. Again, I'm really wrong. I got a pretty good brain as well. So, hey, I love talking football. So get in the comments below and let me know what your predictions are. And you know what? Let's see who's right.